Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Today's vehicle video, this brand new 2021 Toyota Camry SuperSonic Red, and this is the SE edition. Let's jump in and check it out. Okay, up front on the SE edition, it's got a really great aggressive front end, similar to the style that they use in the NASCAR series with the Camry. So we've got a matte black finish on the mesh grille there with the lower air dam as well. Now those of course don't go through to the wheels. Really, it's a styling cue, but I think it looks pretty awesome on there. Toyota badging up front, and then we do have a full LED headlight package with LED driving lights, daytime running lights, also automatic high beams and automatic on and off controls for your front headlights. Okay, here at the side of the Camry SE, standard wheels are an 18-inch cast aluminum black, gloss black painted wheel, and that's riding on a 45 series lower profile tire. Anti-lock brakes all the way around, traction control, stability control, and an independent front suspension give it a nice sporty ride. Great body lines down the side and across the hood. Up in the windshield is where we find the sensors for our safety sense. So our lane departure, dynamic radar cruise control, all of that stuff is up in the box up there. So the best safety technology is now on the new Camry. Your outside mirrors, they're painted color to match. Once again, the color on this is SuperSonic Red. That's an extra charge color, and that's going to run you $4.25. You'll see these little vortex generators throughout the vehicle, designed to help with wind resistance and also noise reduction. Notice the mirrors do fold in, and they also have heated elements in there, and then they also break away, and their power as well. Door handles are painted color to match. This does not have the smart keyless entry system on, so you have your traditional remote keyless entry. Matte black finish here on the B-pillar, and then chrome trim all the way around the windows. Shark fin antenna up top, painted color to match. This particular one does not have a sunroof, but that is an option. And then notice our lower body skirts down there are painted color to match as well. And then our gas door is right here on the driver's side. Okay, swinging into the back end, I want to point out the rear tail lights, the way they wrap around the back of the car for added visibility. And then there's a little faux vent here on the side of the car. Typically that would be opened up to allow air to flow through, but on the SE it's just a styling cue. As I slide around to the back, you'll notice the rear lights. They're kind of a crystal clear lens, and with the SuperSonic Red, they really blend in nicely. Now the SE edition does have this rear spoiler, painted color to match, rear window defrost. The third brake light is an LED light, and then this one has the Blackout package for your emblems. So that's an extra charge of $125. That gives you the Camry, the Toyota, and the SE badge in black. Then underneath the license plate, that's where the backup camera is, so that's how you keep an eye on your kids. The lower part of the bumper sits quite low. It's designed to give it a sporty, lowered effect. And then the SE has dual chrome exhaust tips right there, but it is a single exhaust system, so those exhaust tips are really there for styling and not necessarily for performance. So let's dive into the trunk. The Camry SE comes standard with the keyless remote, not the smart keyless entry system, so you need this to open the trunk, or there's a release up front. Push the button and away it goes. Now first thing you notice is the liftover height is really low on the Camry, so it'll make it easy to load up those 80-pound bags of salt water softener salt. The trunk itself is 15.1 cubic feet, so that's about 15 basketballs and a marble. or maybe one big beach ball. There's plenty of room here for 2 sets of golf clubs if you lay them across the back. I think you can get 2 of them in. There's a cargo net holder, there's grocery bag holders. These are your releases up here for the back seats. So I've got the back seat folded down, 100% down. You can drop 60 or you can drop 40. There's a cargo light up underneath. And then down under here is where we find our temporary spare tire. This latch is up here, so it holds it in place. And there's our tool kit, our jack, some small storage cubbies, and we do have a temporary spare tire down underneath. So no fix-a-flat, you do actually get a temporary spare tire. Okay, diving into the driver's seat up front, driver's door, brushed aluminum trim with that brushed aluminum door handle, all black, except for this piece of trim right here. This is kind of a gunmetal gray or a charcoal gray. Power windows all the way around, auto up and down on all 4 windows, power door locks, power mirrors, bottle holder, and speakers on the doors. Here's a look at your driver's seat. Soft tech fabric seat with a cloth insert and a gray racing stripe down the center of it. Height adjustable headrest up front, height adjustable seat belts up front, side airbags, and then your driver's seat is full power with a power recliner and power lumbar support. Over here on the dashboard, lower part of the dashboard, we've got our automatic high beam on and off traction control, trunk release, gas door release, tilt steering controls up and down, telescoping, odometer controls, and then there's a nice little storage compartment right here to throw your pocket change and what have you. And then we do have quite a bit of this gloss black trim. You'll see that on the center console, and more of this brushed aluminum trim surrounding your vents. Okay, behind the wheel, the Toyota Camry steering wheel is leather wrapped for the SE edition. It is telescoping and tilting as well. It's a 3-spoke steering wheel, so on this side right here are controls for our Bluetooth, our smartphone, and we can select our information center, which is up here in the gauge cluster. Over on this side is where we find our cruise control settings, safety sense settings, and we can change our sound system, our radios. And then in the center is a chrome Toyota badge, as well as more of that gunmetal gray trim that's painted on there. So it's a padded steering wheel, very comfortable. Over on this side are the front wiper controls with intermittent wipers up front, and then we have paddle shifters on here as well, so you can change or shift through the gears manually if you'd like to do that. And then on this side are your headlight controls with your automatic high beams as well, and your automatic headlights, and then your downshifter for your paddle shifters on that side. Take a look at our gauge cluster, so I'm going to go ahead and fire it up if I can find the keys. Hang with me. So this does not have the smart keyless entry system, so if you don't have that, you actually have to get your keys out, kind of that switch blade key, and then it's old school, put it in the ignition, and we'll go ahead and start it up just so you can see what it looks like when it wakes up in the morning. And here's a look at your center stack. So you can see your gauge cluster is with a black background and then white lettering and mechanical needles, so it's not a digital setup, although you do have digital also in the instrument cluster here. So in the information center, we can go ahead and toggle through a variety of information, and we can also set up some personalization items such as our lane departure, that type of stuff, and you just toggle right through here and look at your fuel economy. Kind of a nice system, easy to read. And then we have tachometer, temperature gauge, speedometer, fuel gauge on this side. Take a look at our center stack. So we've got our standard sound system, and new for 2021, it's more of a tablet style, so it sits more upright. Last year it was actually in the dash and laid back on it, so that's a little bit of a change for 2021. Nothing overly special about the sound system in the SE edition, other than to say it does have Sirius XM satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's Alexa compatible. It sounds nice. It's, you know, sufficient. It's not the JBL audio system for sure, but not bad. A lot of that piano black trim up and around the center console. Some folks don't like it because it actually shows fingerprints probably more than some folks would like it to, but I think it's pretty cool myself. Automatic air conditioning is only on the driver's side, not the passenger side, with front and rear window defrost, which actually the rear window defrost does heat up your outside mirrors and get the ice and snow off of those. So pretty nice there. I don't know if you need dual temperature control anyways. As we take a look down below here, throw some light down there, we have two USB ports, a 12 volt and a standard USB port. Kind of try to get the shifter out of the way. And then down here, there's a hidden storage compartment and a nice odds and ends tray up on top of that. Did want to show you the backup camera. Well, I've got that in reverse. So there's your backup camera. And then your shifter is leather wrapped. There's dual cup holders here. No other switches in the center console. And then here's a quick look at our armrest. This is pretty wide, nice and wide. 2 elbows for sure, especially if they're skinny little arms like mine. And then when we pop this open, a nice large storage compartment down here. And then over here is where we've got our USB charging ports. And for 2021, the USB-C is a new improvement. So a must-have, I think, for most cars. Take a look over at our passenger seat. Notice the Softech fabric with the pinstriping down the center. The dashboard over here on the passenger side has an interesting effect. It almost looks like carbon fiber. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera when you stop by the dealer and check it out. A padded dashboard with that contrast stitching. So this is a soft fabric, not a hard, stiff plastic. Glove box does have a lock on it. Owner's manuals, of course, are included. Quick look at the passenger side with that brushed aluminum trim. Take a look up top. We've got passenger assist grips, side impact airbags, overhead vanity mirrors, visor extensions. There's a sunglass holder up here. Overhead lighting is LED lights, driver front passenger, safety connect, and then our rear view mirror is your standard day-night mirror, no garage door openers on the SE trim. So that's a quick look at the driver's compartment. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat. Okay, diving into the back seat. Quickly on the door is all black trim with a padded armrest, some of that great brushed aluminum trim, finishing with the brushed aluminum door handle, lighted switches for your power windows, bottle holders on the doors. All 4 doors have bottle holders and speakers on the Camry SE. You can see I've still got these seats folded down, so 40%, 60%. Pop them up like so. We do have child safety latches down here, pockets on the backs of both seats, storage compartment right there. The headliner on this particular one is gray, and then the seats are that black Softech fabric. 3 seat belts across the back, super comfortable, plenty of legroom in the back seat of the Camry. Under the hood on the Camry SE, this is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine, 16 valve. It's connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, produces 203 horsepower, and your combined fuel economy is 32 miles per gallon. Now the engine and transmission have a 5-year, 60,000 mile warranty. The vehicle itself, 3-year, 36,000 mile limited warranty. And then every Toyota comes with Toyota Care, which covers your basic maintenance, your oil changes, your fluid top-offs, and your tire rotations for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. That'll save you hundreds of dollars over the first 2 years of ownership. Okay, so that's your brand new 2021 Toyota Camry. This is going to be the SE edition. SuperSonic Red is the color. That's an extra charge of $4.25. And then this one does have your black badge package. That's an extra charge of $129. Otherwise, what you see is what you get. Great car, great value. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, please. If you want more like it, feel free to subscribe. Questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.